So today I'm gonna get some notebook paper and extract the blue dye out of it, and I'm gonna reconcentrate it and then try to dye other things with it. So the first step is to get a bowl that has some water in it, and if it's a little bit warm, then it's better. And then get some notebook paper, and the kind that doesn't have like reinforced plastic on it is better, because that wastes dye, because the dye under the paper could be used to get more dye. And also the kind that has that on it usually is thicker and the dye doesn't come out as easily. So just fold it up like that, and then just put it in the water and let the water run over it and get the dye out of it. See, it's starting to come out of it, and then just let it absorb into the paper. And see, it's not absorbed right there, so make sure that it absorbs all of it. And then just try to squeeze the dye out of it. Try to wring it out. You can see how it's getting blue. And then you should do the same thing with like about 5 pieces of paper, and you might have to add more water, because usually the dye starts over concentrating in the water, and there's more dye in the water than there is on the paper. So when you put it in the water dyes the paper more blue than the paper dyes the water blue. So you might have to add more water so that doesn't happen, and you can get even more dye out of it, and then reconcentrate it. But just make sure that you don't add so much paper into the water that like there's really little dye into the water, because otherwise it will be harder to reconcentrate in the end. But it won't be that bad. Like if you do, it's you can fix it, but it just is easier if you don't put that much if the ratio between the water and the dye isn't that big. So you just want to keep doing this with about 10 pieces of paper. Well, that's if you add more water to it. If you don't want that much, then just do like 5 pieces of paper. And I'm gonna pour the dye into a clear glass so that you can see how blue it really is, because it's in a blue bowl right now, so you can't really see how blue it really is. So this has about 13 papers worth of dye in it. And one thing you can do also is you can get some of the carcasses of the paper, and you can run them under some warm water, and then squeeze out the dye that's left in them, like this. And I know I'm going to block it out, because I can't really squeeze it out without blocking out the... Here, I'm trying to zoom in on it. There. So... Oh, this is wasting more dye, but if it allows you to see it better, then it's worth it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry that I can't really show this to you that well, but probably should zoom out less on it. What? Stop. This camera's there. Oh, there. Okay. That's it. So now I'm just gonna add this, and this is, yeah, like I said, about 13 papers worth of dye, because there are more in here than I actually will, because I accidentally when I was trying to concentrate it, the video cut out, so I had to redo it. So there are like 10 papers worth in here that I just added before too. So that should actually 14 papers worth now. So now what you have to do is you have to get this and put it in like the microwave, and like, or on the stove, but it's better, like if you're using plastic, it's better to do the microwave, or if you're using thick plastic like that, because it won't melt as easily. And just put it in the microwave for about like 5 minutes, and you'll see it start to boil, and it will like boil in the microwave, and it will start to boil down and concentrate to get even further. And then after that, you can extract you can dye everything.
So my little guy, usually, if I'm doing all residential, I bring him with that as a paid push to get that. Alright. Yeah, now that my little guy's 5, and he's going to be going eventually into full-time probably.
Right, kindergarten, right?
She's like, he's my last, and now when he goes to work with me, she doesn't have anybody.
See, oh shoot, what? to boil over. Oh my. Well, it's not that bad. It's only a little bit of dye wasted, but it was starting to condense down, so it's more than it seems. But yeah, it's boiling over just in the microwave. So it's getting really dark now. I'm gonna put it over this. The steam from this will condense and it gets foggy. You can see that. Oh shoot. You can see that's getting pretty dark now. And now all I have to do is filter it out. So all I have to do is just to what? Shoot. Oh no. So all I have to do is add this into